Chamberlain?
Indeed, thank you, Andrew. We've got Honorable Okon here with us. He's the Deputy House Leader. He's also the Chairman, House Committee on Information, a member of the PDP. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thanks so much, Chamberlain.
Well, for those who say that this whole matter started when the Speaker declared the seats of those members who are defected vacant because something that he didn't have powers under the law to do that. Is that the case?
Well, let me say that it was not the Speaker that even set the whole thing in motion. One of the members who defected, the then member for Pt.1 State Constituency, Honorable Pt.1 as he then was, after defection, went to court to get an order of court to restrain the Speaker from declaring his seat vacant. And on his own motion, the court ruled against him and said, no, you've not been able to prove your case. The Speaker must declare your seat vacant. He was the one who went to court. And the Speaker was ordered by court to declare his seat vacant. That was on the 14th of November.
But after that, didn't he go to court to challenge that?
I wanted to give you the date.
Okay.
That was on the 14th. And on the 15th, based on the order of court, the Speaker now asked the clerk to implement the order of court. And the paper was issued to that effect. That follows that from the 15th, that judgment of the court had been executed and he was no longer a member of the House of Assembly. On the 19th, what happened on the 19th was that the Speaker merely announced at plenary that he had received a court order and that the seat of Honorable Pt.1 had been declared vacant. And he made that announcement. The Speaker was not served with any stay of execution until the 21st of November.
That stay of execution from Honorable Pt.1 having gone to court to challenge that?
After the court, he now filed a stay of execution and the court now ruled in his favor. And the Speaker was served on the 21st. At the time the Speaker was served, the earlier judgment had already been executed. So there was nothing to stay. And that is why the Speaker has gone on appeal to tell the court, I'm sorry, by the time I got the first order, I had already executed it. By the time the stay of execution order came, there was nothing to stay. And we have a plethora of Supreme Court authorities to that effect. You cannot stay an action that had already been executed.
But why then did he say that, look, this matter was already in process and that the Speaker knew that the matter was in process, so hurriedly declaring those seats vacant was just trying to be politically smart about it?
Somebody, there is nothing to be in a hurry about. Let me say that the first two members who defected from the PDP to APC did so on the 8th of August 2018. And on the 19th, it was more than 3 months. And in any case, even if you file a stay of execution process in court, it's just a process until the stay is granted by court. There's
so what's wrong then? What's wrong if the Speaker should wait, knowing that the process was already on?
Because the pendulum could swing either way.
No. The Speaker declared, sorry, it was on the 15th. It was on the 15th that the order of court was executed. And he filed the stay of execution after that. It follows that as at the time the Speaker declared the seat vacant from the process of court, there was not even nothing filed to stay execution.
What about the member who defected from APC to PDP?
Yes, the member who defected, as at that time, the member had alleged that there was a division in the APC. That was when they had RAPC and all that there was problem in his own party. And the Speaker had cause to believe him. And nobody challenged it, because if anybody felt that the Speaker was not doing the right thing, then he should have gone to court.
The procedure for declaring a seat vacant, how does it work? Does the clerk issue a document to the member, or is it the Speaker that announces it?
No, this one has to do with the court order. But the procedure to declare a seat vacant is clearly spelled out in Section 109, Sub 1 of our Constitution. And if you go to paragraph G, it says that if you leave the party that you won election you automatically lose your seat. Okay. And Section 109, sub 2, gives the Speaker the powers, once he has the evidence, and is sure that that member had defected, to declare the seat vacant. It doesn't need to go to court.
The process of execution, is it through the clerk or is it through an announcement on the floor?
No. The one that the clerk issued a paper was because when the court order came, there was no sitting. And the Speaker had to take immediate effect. But these other ones, that seats were declared vacant as a result of the provisions of Section 109, sub 1G, and the powers conferred on the Speaker by subsection 2, was not through the clerk. It was an announcement at plenary.
So it's not the first time that defections are happening. Why is this one just spewing venoms of discord so much?
No, it's not the first time. In fact, in the Fifth Assembly, about 4 seats were also declared vacant. I was also a member of the Fifth Assembly. Was also declared vacant, and heavens did not fall. It is an operation of law. The Constitution has clearly spelled, and all what you need is a political will for you to implement the provisions of the Constitution.
You know, so much submissions, sorry, Chamberlain, so much submissions have come out from Akwa Ibom State because of this very scenario playing out, and one of which is that thugs were allowed to gain access into the assembly. And the police has come out. As a matter of fact, the Commissioner of Police of the state, Mr. Goma, said that the governor actually lied about that statement. What actually happened? Were thugs allowed to gain access into the assembly?
Yes, the information we have was that on the 27th, when we were to sit, the former members had arranged with thugs, with the connivance of the police, and gained access into the premises of the House of Assembly. Even gained access to the hallowed chambers of the Assembly as early as 7 a.m., we are told. And they went with thugs and policemen to pack them up. And when we got wind of that, because going by our standing orders, I think that's Order 1, Rule 5, Sub 2, our sitting time is 10 a.m. And unless you have something doing before you can, well, what business do you have to go to the premises at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.? So it is true that they went with thugs and they were backed up by the police. By the time we went, they were almost running out of the place because they knew that they were not doing the right thing.
So what was their mission?
Their mission was to go to the hallowed chambers and purportedly have a plenary with 5 former members of the House of Assembly. And they actually broke into the chambers and purportedly had a comedy going on there by way of a plenary.
But 5 doesn't meet the majority. So how could they have done anything? Why do you need to bother?
No, the truth is, you are no longer a member. And why do you need to force yourself to have access to the chambers, desecrating the symbol of democracy, which is the legislature?
But let me ask the question. There's a video out there on social media that had a sergeant at arms holding the mace. Where did the sergeant at arms come from? They
procured the services of a retired sergeant at arms of the House of Assembly. And that is why we had issued a warrant for his arrest, because he had no business coming there.
Okay, before you go further on that, I'm just wondering, because Honorable Pt.1 told us that on the day you sat, the House sat, that the House knew, that the Speaker knew that they were coming to serve him with a judgment, a notice that they can't go ahead and declare the other members' seats vacant. And because of that, they had to restrict them from getting access to the House. And that also contributed to this whole thing. Was that the case?
I think that former member is a bit economical with the truth.
Why do you call him a former member?
Because his seat had been declared vacant.
At what point?
On the 15th of November. The court, it was even the court that declared his seat vacant on the 15th. And that was why when we were about to sit on the 20th.
But he appealed the matter.
He appealed the matter.
The matter is on appeal.
Has the appeal been determined?
He said he had a stay and that the Speaker had been
served. That's what I'm saying. The stay came after the judgment had been executed.
All right, let's get to Abuja and get more on this. Ajuri.